Aham. All right, welcome one, welcome all to another exciting matchup here at DAS Champions League featuring Micetro and Knight. Let's talk a little bit about the rules just to get this out of the way. It is a best of 6, which is kind of different, but basically it's first to 4, but if it's 3-2, you can go for a tie break. If you do, you get a draw. If you end up getting the third win, it's 3-3. The draw is worth 1 point. If you win outright with 4 wins, you get 3 points, and a loss is 0 points. This is a reminder for our competitors to turn on your input display and hertz counters. I don't know about the hand cam thing. I've heard that may or may not be required. Also, Micetro, the number hasn't moved. It needs to move. Make it move. Please, Micetro command in the bottom left or bottom right, pretty much when we're playing the game. So help us reward these DAS masters with master quality cash prizes. Let's take a look at the standings, specifically these two players between Micetro and Knight. Micetro there in 18th place, has played 6 games, has earned 7 points. Knight has only played 4 games, but has 6 points, so has about half their games to play. So potential there for Knight to sneak up the charts. I think if Micetro probably secures 1-ish win or so, we'll probably be safe for the bracket. But obviously, a lot of Tetris to be played yet to figure that out. All right, let's transition over and see our beautiful DAS Masters who will be playing and joining us today. I'm Omen Var, or Omen for short. I'll be your host tonight. But the main chorus will be these two amazing players. Got Micetro on the left, Knight on the right. I even got their flags right. Same piece sets. I'm just going to assume it and give you guys a seed. And if not, let me know. We can ignore it. A lot of Maestro's fans here in the I say all one or two people who are watching are in chat cheering on Maestro, including Maestro. Maestro cheering on himself. Nah, he's just supporting his fan club. Maestro's #1 fan is here, Tiffy Flower. We just need a little bit of Tetris in here to come and antagonize Tiffy. Rogue Potato, what's up? Rogue is everywhere. Every time I'm restreaming, there's a Rogue Potato lurking somewhere in the background. If you notice a potato of any form, fried, baked, or otherwise raw, might just be Rogue Potato hiding there, watching your Tetris. We got a ready from Knight. Your seed 4D2415. Micetro represent. Dog, my cat's in the chat cheering on Micetro. I'm going to cheer on Knight. Knight needs some fans too. Let's go, Knight. Bring it home for the Canadians. All right, we got it ready from both our competitors. Let's get this match started. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Stacks have diverged. Both players waiting on a long bar. There's one and a second one there too, so there's 2 Tetrises on the board for our competitors. No burns taken, and there's simul Tetrises from Micetro and Knight. Pretty flat burn from Micetro, set up for a Tetris. Knight sitting for delay burn. Not getting the pieces they want though. Is going to have to cover a few more wells. Now has a long bar dependency in row 3, halfway up the screen. Really would like a long bar. Is going to be stuck in a dig for a while, or worse, hopefully not. 2/3 of the way up the screen now. Knight kind of fighting with the pieces. Micetro also not clean, but lower on the board. Knight, his board is in danger. Gonna have to get the right pieces. Quick taps that square over. Doesn't know where to put that long bar. Just stuffs it down the middle somewhere. Oh, gets that T all the way left. I think that's gonna do it for Knight. That is an early top for Knight. 61,000 Micetro is good for game number 1. GG. Micetro, after this game, can you please turn on your input display and hertz counter? Boxy saying that it doesn't count. For real? Boxy coming in, laying down the law. Look out, players and restreamers. Don't piss off the box. He might box you in the ear and stuff you in a box. What other kind of box puns can I use here? I think that's it. That was 3. 3's enough. We got it ready from both of our players. Let's get game number 2 started. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Away we go. Simul starts from both of our players so far. 5, 6, 7 pieces, 8 pieces, 9 pieces. All right, finally diverged. No, never mind. Okay, now we've diverged. I think 23,000, 5 burns, so looks pretty similar. I think there's pushdown points for Micetro. Has a knight with a long bar dependency in column 3, 2 rows off the bottom. Let's get that cleaned up. We're in another drought. Maestro's roommate in the bathroom, in the background there, getting some food, maybe. Love it. I love our Tetris scene. We are professionals, professional Tetris players, you know. It was kind of a weird thing. My wife pointed out to me the other day that I'm a esports player, and I just kind of laughed. I'm like, pfft. And then I thought about it. I'm like, no, shoot, I am an esport player. Holy crap! What? Is the roommate of Micetro? Heck yeah, he is. He's awesome. He's a good friend of Micetro, supports what he does. Hilarious too. 146 for Micetro, 82 for Knight. We're all Micetros except for Tiffy. Knight survived that early dig, is now scoring 131, 194. Micetro up 2.5 Tetrises or so. There's another one on the board. 214 at 47 lines, 131, now 154 at 46 for Knight. So about 3 Tetris lead now. I showed the beautiful stack. I mean, that was like just textbook stacking there from Micetro. Knight still trying to get up for Tetris. Has a double well. Takes a couple skims to get Tetris ready. Waiting on the long bar. There it is. 248 for Knight. 312 for Micetro. L Tuck gets filled. Gets another Tetris to go to 336. I hope your Monday night / Tuesday morning is going well. Mine was an eventful day, involving flat tires and work. Vitz set up from Micetro. Not able to get it. Gonna have to just take some compromises. Putting some holes in the bottom. Nifty L spin to clean it up a little bit. Both players stuck in a dig though. Knight with a dusty Tetris. About to be uncovered, now just waiting on a long bar. Ooh, committing to a double long bar setup now. Halfway up the screen. Goes ahead and covers it. Gonna try to burn this down a little bit more. There it is. Dusty Tetris for Knight. We go to 308, 370 from Micetro, who is in the middle of a dig. Has about 5 rows of holes to get rid of. Might try to set up for a dirty. Is gonna set up for a dirty 2 off the bottom. Is that a dusty? That might be considered a dusty. Maybe some combination. Okay, go ahead and just take the safety burns. Bring this down. This has been going on long enough. His red flag alarms are going off saying, this is not a good situation. I'm just going to go ahead and get this down to the bottom. 387 for Micetro. 355 for Knight, who's got a column 8. Gets it. 378. Soul has caught up here at the turn. Only 10,000 behind. Still going with that column 8. Has to make some compromises. Gets the Tetris, though. Will get to work trying to burn this down. Micetro almost out of his dig. Love a J. Gets a J. Putting more weight on the well. Hoping for the right pieces to bring this down. Things getting kind of scary. Oh, I have to say DAS because DJ Mr. Burrow. DAS! For these players and for our viewers. I don't know that I mean, no one's going to be able to do it as well as Boxy, but, you know. When someone gets a Tetris, maybe I'll do a DAS Tetris here. A better one. There's a DAS Tetris for Micetro to go to 426. About to transition. 440 for Knight. There's transition. 442 for Knight. 450 for Micetro. So extraordinarily close. Knight's board needs a little help. It's going to have to get something left. Gets an L left. T-burn. Good smart burns from Knight. About to be uncovered here. Is uncovered and gets... Oh, doesn't... Passes up the Tetris. Micetro at 481. There's a Tetris for Knight. 473 to 482. There's another Tetris for Knight. Has taken the lead. 498. 484. Prismatic Queen, thanks for the follow. Micetro is in a little bit of a burn situation. Knight gets another Tetris. 529. Micetro is about clean here. Might set up for a column 8. No, just going to go ahead and burn it down. Play it safe. 502 for Knight. Or 502 for Micetro. 538 for Knight. Nice L spin from Micetro to clean that board up. Knight's board out of control. Is going to need some help to get this burnt down. Can he get anything left? Gonna have to get something left now. Oh, perfect L. Needs another one, though. Not gonna do it. That's gonna do it for Knight. 545. No, Micetro simul top out. 508. Oh, so close. That match was so close right up into the end. So with that, Knight, you're on the board. It's 1-1. GG's. Boxy, do you want that on DAS Tetris 2 or do you want that here? I could just leave it here if we want to. Okay, we'll just do it here. Might have to change scenes though. All right, game number 3, 1-1. That was a really tight, close game between our two competitors. Let's see who can get the edge in game number 3. Let's find out in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. That was an extraordinarily exciting game, I thought. The seeps were kind of nasty. There was a couple times where, like, well, there were some droughts, and then I just feel like the seed itself was not doing either player any favors. They were getting in digs at roughly the same points in time, so well handled from both our competitors. Micetro in a dig, speaking of. Knight is clean, waiting on a long bar. There it is. Tetris for Knight, first one on the board. 24,000. Micetro might go ahead and build 2 off the bottom. Piece is not really cooperating though. Have to just take some compromises on piece placements to try to get this down and burned away. Knight with a few Tetrises now, 72,000 at 17 lines, is set up for another. Micetro still in this dig. Has a dirty setup. Column 3. Goes ahead and plugs the well for now. Bringing this board back down to safety. It's getting a little high for Micetro. High for comfort. Neat spins there. 2 in a row for Knight to try to resolve some of these holes and overhangs. There's a Tetris for Knight to go to 121. Micetro still looking for his first Tetris. Gonna go ahead and burn this away. Bringing the board back down to safety. Just going to reset and try to start over. Seed a 40 line advantage for Knight. 167 to 39,000. Plenty of time left to bring this back, though. We've certainly seen crazier things happen, even in Das Tetris. 68,000 for Micetro. If he could only afford me one burn. Just one burn. Nope. Tetris for Micetro. Again, playing for the win rather than for the restreamer's desire to want to say, hey now. 237 for Knight. 115 for Micetro. Who's clean and Tetrising away now. Oh, misses the S-spin. Or completes the Tuki spin. Depending on your choice of parlance. There's a couple long bar dependencies now. We'll be working through a little bit of a dig. This will give Knight the chance to extend this lead. It's 265 to 143. Knight stacking high, but gets a long bar. Oh, almost double flipped that long bar accidentally. So good recovery just in the nick of time. There's a T set up there or a spin. Perfect S spin to resolve that overhang. Micetro with a couple. Okay, has that Dusty set up in column 6. Gets it. Ooh, nice tuck. Creates a. I don't even know if that was a Vitz. I guess that was a Vitz. It was crazy. That was a dirty triple for Micetro. I did not see that move until it was done. What a cool adjustment. Oh my gosh. Micetro is so fun to watch. Not that anyone else isn't fun to watch, but there are things I just never see until Maestro's done doing the move. Knight in a bit of trouble. 362, building halfway up the board here, has a triple set up. Might go for a dirty here. 5 off the bottom, gets it! 389 for Knight. $411 for Knight at the turn, so really pacing hard. Micetro at 249. Doing really well given the 40 line start without a Tetris. Making up a lot of that pace here in the subsequent 60 lines. $303,000 for Micetro now at 108, which is ironically, like, for me would be a pretty okay game. Yeah, 505 at 113 for Knight, so really solid start from Knight this game. Micetro in a little bit of a dig, should be able to resolve this pretty cleanly. Set up for one. Tetris 329 for Micetro. Looking to claw his way back into this one. 548 at 121, so we are very quickly approaching transition. 9 lines for both our players. 548 to 352. So almost a 200k lead for Knight. Knight's board starting to get real messy. Not what you want to see right before transition. Going ahead and just going to bring this down as much as they can before transition hits. Set up for a dirty 4 off the bottom. Not going to come. Going to have to burn in kind of high, if at all. Micetro in at 379. That's going to do it for Knight. Board got too high and too sloppy. You have a chase down on your hand, Micetro. 393 is where you're at. You need to get to 560. So about 160,000. 6-ish Tetrises should do it. Knight gonna go ahead and walk away, walk that one off, see if that's enough to survive. Or will Micetro be able to bring this back? Set up for Tetris. There it is. There's one. 432. Target again is 560. Takes a triple. Gonna build a column 9. Takes the triple. Takes the double. Keeping this low. Has room and time to work with to get to 559. No need to hurry this one. Need to build too aggressive. 488, 559. Each Tetris is quite a bit more than the previous levels. I think by the time you get to level 28, each Tetris is worth 33,000 or some 36,000, something like that. It's a lot compared to the 22.8, so 548, so very, very close now, less than a Tetris to go. Needs to get to 560. Level 24, plenty of lines to work with. Just keeping the nerves under control, keeping concentration going here. Five, 5-7. A couple more burns will do it. 5-5-9. Yeah, actually, that's enough. That's it. Micetro completes the chase down. 160,000 point chase down from Micetro in 19 speeds. Very impressive comeback from Micetro. Goes up 2-1. GG. Oh no, hey oh Knight, I definitely underestimated how tired I would be after badminton. Oh no. Yeah, I can kind of see how that would affect things. It's also probably not terribly early where you're at in Canada. If I had to guess. Unless you're in Calgary, in which case it's maybe sort of early, but... Yep, a lot of Tetris yet to be decided this game, so... It's 2-1. Maestro's in the lead. We got it ready from both our competitors. It's game number 4. That means a 4 countdown for our players. Let's get started in 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Seeds look good. Stacks look good. Early goings, pretty much tie game. Knight, I don't think has taken a burn yet. 3 Tetrises on the board. Maestro getting kind of high, takes a safety triple. It's a couple Tetrises on the board. 54,000, 68,000. Nifty tuck. Board getting really high. Long bar finally comes for Knight. 91,000. 78,000 for Maestro. There's a long bar to go to 101, so about a 1 Tetris lead for Knight. 1 Tetris and some burns. Knight has to cover the well. 6 off the bottom. Gonna go ahead and burn this away. With the right pieces anyways. Oh, has long bar dependency in the middle of the stack. Gonna go ahead and cover the well and take care of it halfway up the screen. At 164, 149 from Micetro takes a safety triple. Is set up for Tetris now. 156, there's a Tetris for Micetro to go to 179. 188 from Knight. 211 for Knight. Still up a little more than a Tetris. Not a whole lot of drama going on. And that's a good thing for good Tetris from good Tetris players. It is a good night, I guess. Oh my gosh. Falkite. Night's sake. There's a Tetris for Knight. 284. There's another one, the 307, 65 lines. 238 for Micetro. Still maintaining about a 1 to 2 Tetris lead. Line 69, hey now. For Knight. Haha, I found a way to sneak it in anyways. 260 for Micetro, 353 for Knight. Line 69 for Micetro. Hey now. So Knight currently with the slightly more efficient game. True lead. Up about three Tetrises? 3 to 4 Tetrises. Has some holes in their board though. There's a Tetris for Knight to go to 381. I don't know if that was an intentional shift on that square, but either way, gets it filled with an L. Knight setting up some interesting tucks. Resolves them beautifully. Well done by Knight. 400,091 lines. 336,000 from Micetro. Good clean Tetris from both players so far still. Board starting to climb for Knight. Could use the long bar. Would be nice. Has a little bit of a burn shelf. Goes ahead and takes a double there. Gets the long bar just in time. 456 at the turn. 410 for Micetro. So 2 touches behind. Good L spin, or I mean Z spin. Oh my gosh, from Micetro, and is Z tuck. What the tuck? 417 for Micetro. Knight tops out early. Oh no, Micetro, you got to chase down. You got to get to 460. You're at 420. Hey now. $428. I looked over, Knight was fine. Looked back, Knight was dead. Guess flew just a little too close to the sun. Oh no. Knight, are you okay? I see that you just went offline. Micetro, you had a 460 was your goal. Keep on playing, keep going. That'll do it. That's it. 469 hey now for Micetro. That is good for game number 3. Knight, we still have another game to play. It's first to 4. Yeah, Knight, hop online. You can still get this back. It's not over. Best of 6, my friend. Knight forgot the format. No problem. Hop online. You got time still. Richard Wolf, hi. I see that you're in chat. We'll get your game after we conclude this Micetro Knight battle. Knight going to try to fight this one back. Forgot that it wasn't a best of 5. So has some room. All right, you're back online. Best of 6 is cursed. The ties are really fun, though. I do like the ties. It can be, it adds an interesting new wrinkle to your typical winner-loser. is certainly unique, and I will give it that. I feel like that there's a... It adds just a little bit of a different dynamic, right? You can really fight. If you're behind like this, you can bring this even and make sure that your opponent doesn't win. You know, if Knight wins the next 2 games, both get a point. So that's kind of cool. IMHO. All right, Knight's back. Ready to rumble. Not unlike Maestro's shirt. Let's get game number 5 started. Can Knight bring this back? Let's find out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Identical starts through 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's Tetris's. Okay, finally, 16-piece divergence. Finally, both with a Tetris on the board. A couple pushdown points for Maestro. There's another Tetris on the board for Knight. 45,000. Bit of a square spire in the middle of the stack. There's a Tetris for Knight to go to 68,000. Maestro at 47,000. And Tetris will bring it up to 70,000 to resolve a couple of holes at the bottom of the stack, though. Bringing this down is clean. 75,000 for Maestro, 91,000 for Knight. There's a Tetris for Knight. Go to 117. 120,000 for Maestro. Set up with a column 7 gets it. 142 to 143, pretty much identical line counts, so it's neck and neck. I hope I heard my wife and Tiffy Flower say neck and neck. When we were at the KC Regional in August, Tetris was our commentator, along with a couple other people. But he really was very excited at the control he had over the crowd. He would keep saying neck and neck, even when it wasn't neck and neck. And we just kept chanting it right back like the Tetris minions that we are. 195 for Maestro. 172 for Knight. 195 now. So again, still neck and neck. Neck and neck. At the time, he wasn't your mortal enemy, though. He only is now. Rogue Potato busting out the neck and neck emojis. Oh no, Maestro! What happened? I looked away for a second and you topped out. Knight, you're good for game number 5. It's a good thing you didn't rage quit. You brought this to a pseudo decider, or at least the closest that you're going to get in this league. You win, you bring it to a draw, both of you get 1 point. You lose, Maestro gets the 3 points. Here we are at a decider. GG for both our players. Here we go. We're excited for the Dash Champions League decider. Decider. Cider. Yeah, that kind of works, maybe. Yeah, it works. It's not great. It works. Tiffy cheering on Maestro. Big Daddy energy. Is this more of a faux cider? It's something. Let's get game number 6 started. Oh, God. Foxy's redeeming the DAS numbers. As I keep saying DAS. DAS 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris! Tetris! I'm not gonna have a voice by the time this stream is done. All right, once again, we're off to identical starts. Yep, still identical start. Oh, no, never mind. It diverged. It went quicker this time. 16 piece last time, though. That was pretty amazing. Delayed Vits set up for Knight. Oh my gosh. Epic. This is getting pretty complicated. Knight's going to have to take a compromise here pretty soon. Goes ahead and takes that compromise. This game could be over real quick if we don't get this board down. Knight has a column 9 setup. Gets it! All that complication in the board starting to get under control. 55,000 for Knight. 93,000 for Micetro. What is this board? Oh, what beautiful hearing. Oh, what? Column 9 setup now for Knight, who had the perfect pieces to resolve the hole that he had. Or they had, rather. Oh my gosh. Column 9 can get 2 now, but the board's starting to climb. Had to take some compromises. Board is covered. Needs a long bar. Where's the long bar? There's the long bar. 85,000 for Knight. Another couple column 9 set up. Gets another 110,000 to 120,000 for Micetro. 143 now. Knight sticking with the column 9. Gets another 130,000. What is this game? What am I watching? Column 9 Knight. It's Dastris. Dastris. More column 9 setups. Column 4 setup for Micetro. This one Dusty. One off the bottom. Both players getting their respective crazy Tetrises. 180 at line 50, effectively. 159 for Knight. So, hey, we have another neck and neck game. Wouldn't have it any other way. Meister with a little bit of dirt. Great L spin, though, to resolve some of this. Might build 2 off the bottom. Gonna go ahead and build 2 off the bottom. 186, 188. There's a Tetris for both players. Still about a 2,500 point difference. 50 lines in, 60 lines in now. Another Tetris for Knight. Maestro was unable to use the long bar, was set up for a triple. Skimming away, keeping this Tetris well 2 off the bottom. L tuck and a Tetris. Maestro 238. Knight at 258. Line 69. They're 1,000 points apart. Hey now. Ironically, I think Knight's Twitch handle is Heyo Knight. So like when they get to 69, I can do Hey Now Knight. Hey Now Knight. Get to 269 so I can do it. 265, 288 for Micetro, 284 for Knight. $290. Good S-spin for Micetro. Dastris! Oh no! Dastris! There's so many! The activity feed is full of redemptions from Boxy saying Das and Dastris! Oh my gosh! I'm gonna sound like a chain smoker by the time this is done. 360 for Micetro. 318 for Knight. Okay, I actually had to drink some water there because that was intense. 345 for Knight. 369, now 370. Hey now for Micetro. 369, hey now for Knight. Oh my god, so many hey nows this set. Hey yo Knight. Hey now Knight. 393 to 370. Long bar dependency filled for Knight. We are approaching transition in about 15 lines. Players will want to try to bring this board down, keep it safe, keep it secret. Richard Wolf having computer issues. Okay, we'll know. Das is not for the weak. You are right, Maestro. It most certainly is not. I hang out with Ninja sometimes on Ninja streams. He does late night, Wednesday night things. And in the lead up to the Jonas Cup, he kept trying to learn Das so he could go participate. He wanted to make the bracket, which he did, by the way. But boy, he was just like, oh my god, I don't know how you Das players do this. This is so hard. 460 for Maestro, 447 for Knight. So about a 1 Tetris lead for Maestro, although he is about 5 lines into the future. 486, 475. Both players set up, level 20. There's a quick tap for Maestro and a triple for Knight. There's a Tetris for Knight, 508 to 493. This match has been, or this game has been just neck and neck the entire game. I don't think you can get much closer for pretty much 100 lines. Maybe there was a 1 Tetris lead very early on or something. There's a Tetris for Maestro, 552, 538 for Knight. $566, 573, 582, 575. I can't even keep a 169. Hey now, for Maestro might set up for a dusty Tetris. Gonna go ahead and just burn it down, keep the board safe. Knight's also down at the bottom, safe. It is 7,000 points separating these two in a decider. Das Cider. Man, I gotta practice that. Because I haven't had enough practice tonight with all these redemptions from Boxy. See, I can't even say Boxy's name without putting the in there. 627, 593. So Maestro's starting to put a little bit of a lead in here. Up a couple Tetrises, or about a Tetris and a half now. Tetris is worth quite a bit more at this stage. We're at level 25. We're running out of runway. Out of Das runway. Thanks, Rogue Potato. $702 for Maestro, $663 for Knight. Incredibly solid play from both these players. We're looking at 900Ks or so, if things are played pretty much perfectly. 702 for Knight, 770 for Maestro, the lead opening up. Knight's gonna have to start setting up for some Tetrises here, because there's just no more time left. Down about a Tetris now. 3 lines to work with. Hest doesn't want to take any more burns. Is setting up for a whole bunch of tucks. Takes a triple. That's not going to do it. Has 7 more lines to work with, though. Maestro, 1 more line. Might try to set up for 1 more Tetris. Is set up for 1 more Tetris. We'll give him long bar. We'll give him long bar. 1 more to go to 834. That is the target. 834. I don't think there's going to be enough runway here for Knight. What a game! Maestro pulling out the last 40 lines to get about 1 to 2 Tetrises ahead. And that's enough to take the game and the set. Maestro will get 3 points. Knight, I am so glad you didn't quit. Thanks for coming back. That was an incredible way to cap off the set. What a game. Both our competitors. Let me see if I can update this live so we can take a look at the bracket before we take off and do some Europa League action. That's right. Stick around for some more Das Tetris. All right. Maestro. to Knight. All right, let's see if it updates. It did. Okay, let's transition over. Let's take a look real quick. New updated standings. Micetro, now 7 games, has 1 more game to play. Is firmly in the bracket currently at 11th place with 10 points. That would, I think, solidify a bye. No, never mind. Not quite. Nope, you gotta get a top 8 to get a bye. But we get a good seed in the first round. Could potentially get in though. We'll see. I mean, it will depend on what happens with Tommy and Nenu, Dog, Pixel. They'll have a few games. So if things go poorly and Micetro gets another win, they could sneak into the top 8. Yes, 9 to 16 will get a better seed than the 17 to 24. So either way, obviously your best bet is to try to get into as high a seed as you can. All right. Well, I'm gonna switch scenes. We've got a Dash Europa League. Oh man, who is it? It's Richard Wolf, and I didn't see the other person because I was in the middle of casting. Just scroll up. Alejo. Okay, Alejo versus Richard Wolf. So stick around for that. I'm gonna switch scenes. Talk to you guys in a second. Congratulations, Micetro.